Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnearly.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. This card I made as a prototype, and this one I made at a team crafting event. So it was our team meeting and we do a bit of crafting together as well. And this is the one that I made alongside my team. So as you can see, I've changed where I've put the birthday wishes on there. My ribbon's a little bit different and got different paper, but they're all from this fabulous new pack that is called Hobby Haven and has a huge variety of lovely colours in it. But as the name suggests, it is based around hobbies. So whether that be reading books, making cakes, pampering yourself, we've got you covered. So we've got that one, and then this stunning design on the back. Then we've got sewing, knitting on this one, and fabulous dotty print. Then we've got plants. Now, I love gardening, but I'm terrible with indoor plants because I'd rather be outside. But I know of people who are wonderful with their indoor plants. So making a card with that will suit quite a few of my friends. And this you could fussy cut round a whole little image on there, or you can just chop it up. And then we've got one for the Great British Bake Off, perhaps, with all sorts of kitchen utensils, tea and coffee in there as well. And we have a green check on the back of that one. And then we've got the books and the little lamps and little classes and bookmarks and lovely. And then this kind of, it's almost like a terrazzo type design, splodges and whatnot. So yes, lots of lovely things there. But you also get, so you get two of each of those, but you also get two sheets that have lots of pop-out pieces. I have already taken them all out. So you get nice big labels in there, and then you've got lots of little pieces that coordinate. So you've got books, you've got sewing machines, some really small, some pretty big. So there's loads in there to play around with, and that's what I've used for my little pop-up pieces there that my sentiment can tuck underneath. And then I open it like that, and you've still got plenty of room there, but you're showing off some more of that paper there. So I've got a third one to make, and this time I'm going with a sewing theme. So this is just my normal card base. So I cut mine to, well, 21 centimeters is the width of a piece of A4, and then I cut it to 14.5, and I score it on the long side at 10.5. So that's all pretty normal for my card base. But what I'm going to do is chop a bit of that off. So I'm going to come in here and I am going to cut off 3 centimeters from the long side, and I've now got my shortened card base, and I have my piece that I am going to score at 8 centimeters, and that is going to be the little flap with the sentiment on it, on there. Then I have some little pieces that I'm going to do for my pop-up. So I've got that cotton reel, a little button and a little heart. That's going to be my pop-up piece for the front, but we'll do that much later. Then I have a piece of white card that will go in there that is 10 by 14 centimetres. And then this little piece here that I'm going to stamp my sentiment is 2.5 centimetres by 7.5. So that will fit on there nicely if I do it straight. And then I've got designer series paper that I've cut. So I'm going to use that design on my card front, like that. And then I've got this piece that is going to go on there. And what I've forgotten to do is to cut the layer for that. So bear with me a second. I will get myself a piece of Coastal Cabana card and cut that. Right, so this piece is 8.5 centimetres by 12.5 centimetres, and this DSP is 8 by 12 centimetres, so that's going to go in there. But what we need to do first of all is to attach this piece. So we've got a long piece and a short piece. The long piece is going to go to the front and the short piece is going to get added to the back. Just needed to grab my glue there. So just pop that on wherever you want it, but with that score line just at the edge there. Okay, so that will still fold over, but not be too far over there. Okay, then I'm going to put my white piece inside. You can get all of the measurements from my blog post. There'll be a link to that in the description for this video. So that's going to go on there like so. And then I've got my little piece of designer series paper that is 3.5 centimetres by 14 centimetres. And that is going to go in there like so. Try and get that straightened right the way up to the end, and that's why I use liquid glue. Give myself that little extra time to try and get. I should have put that on first before I put it in the card. Probably would have been easier. Like that. There we go, that's perfect. And then I've got this piece I want to put on the front, and that is 14 centimetres by 7. So again, we've got our little border around like that. Okay, then I want to put this piece onto there. Now all of the things go in different directions on this. That's cool. And then I need a sentiment. So let me grab my Coastal Cabana. And I'm going to make this another birthday wishes one. The stamp is from Simply Said. Grab that out of there. Birthday wishes. Grab myself a block and my Stampin' Pierce mat. I'm thinking, what if I've forgotten to use that piece of paper for pudding? It's nothing, it was just in the paper pack and came out. Inking up that stamp and then putting it over towards the right. There, birthday wishes. Then I can add a bit of glue to the back of that. And pop that in there. Then I do have a tiny bit of that ribbon left. What did I do with it? There it is. Oh, I've got slightly more than I thought. It just didn't look like it was very much on the reel. You don't need the ribbon, I just thought it was a nice little extra touch. You could put it in a bow. I am just doing a knot. Just want to make sure that I've got that tight underneath. And then there we go. I can get my snips. And just cut that off at a little angle. Okay, now we need to put this piece on. And I want it to be kind of centered on there. So what I'm going to do is flip that over. And that's how I want it. So I know that I don't want to put glue any further over than there. So if I do a line of glue there, along there, little squiggles like that. And then I can place that on there, line that up where I want it. Like so. And I shouldn't have any glue on that bit there. And then the final little touch. No, it's not final. But I need something to keep that in place when it's closed. So I need to have some dimensionals. Grab them. Okay, now my preferred way to do this is to put the dimensionals on, giving myself a little space there. Take the backings off and then put that on like that. And I'm going to just add this little button down here and a little heart as well. And these are all from that designer series paper pack. Like that. And there we go. That pops out, slides back under. And my final touch was to add some bling. And for the other two, and for the ones that I sent to my team, the packs that I sent to them, we used these pastel dots, Muted palette dots rather, because some of the colours are the same as in there. Not this one, Cloud Cover I don't think is in there, but I will stick with the pink. So I've got one on there, Petal Pink, and go with another one down there. And there we have it. I've got 3 of these super easy fun fold cards that are nice and easy to make, just using the designer series paper from the slate that is called Hobby Haven. There's embellishments, there's ribbon, there's stamps and dies in this suite, but all I have at the moment is that paper, but it is fabulous. So I hope you've enjoyed this. As I say, there are instructions and measurements in my blog post. There's a link to that in the description for this video. I'd love for you to check that out. I'd also love for you to give me a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, click subscribe, click the bell and get notification the next time I upload a tutorial. Until then, please do take care. Bye bye.